Hey everybody, what's going on? Alan here. Welcome back to the Gibson Garage Unconventional Speed Shop. Today we're gonna get the motor back in the truck finally. It's been like 4 weeks, a month since I last made a video about the truck. I went on vacation and then we were kind of sick for a week right after the vacation. It's like we all caught something. We went through a bunch of hotels, like 5-6 states or something like that. Awesome time, but had to take a break from the vacation and then I had to take a week after that, and then it's just hard getting back on my feet. I'm also making another series too, just starting one on another channel that I started. I don't post a whole lot on there. It's called Alan at Home, and it's gonna be like the V8 diet challenge because I need to lose some weight. This old boy is getting big and it's getting hot, so go check out Alan at Home. I'll put a link in the description. As for the video, we're going to I know I said I had plans to put in this camshaft, but those heads aren't going on. Those are not legal heads. Those heads are going to be part of like the 383 kit with the older one-piece block I got down there. But that intake manifold is going on the truck now, and when we go to the junkyard and get the 350, I'm gonna go get a junkyard 350 because this is a 305. You see right here, 5.0. And while it would be cool, I guess, to try to hop up a 305, there's not a lot of support out there for it, like smog legal heads for one. So yeah, and then boring it out and doing a pop-up kit on that as far as the pistons go, I might as well do that to a 350 and leave the original 305 alone. I'll keep it stored somewhere. But we're gonna get the intake manifold off. We're gonna put on that intake manifold because it's bored out, and then we're gonna tape off the headers and the valve covers, tape off that thing, and paint it all black again. Get a coat of black on everything. I'm gonna paint the transmission black too. I'm also gonna throw these wheels on real quick, so I can move them around. There it is. It's not looking too bad in there. Usually under here you see a ton of buildup, and there's nothing building up underneath any of these. Oh, there's some crusties right there, but it's almost nothing. Just I'll wipe it out some more. First I'm gonna clean everything out. I'll probably lay a rag or something down in here. We'll clean all this surfaces, then we'll wipe down and blow everything out of here. The dust that might have fallen in. There's some little pieces. I'm almost wondering though. No, I'm sure they probably all just fell in there. But I mean, like, this doesn't look too bad from some of the things I've seen. Some of these 350s, these are completely like open still. These aren't clogged at all, so that's awesome. So we'll get to cleaning. All right, got the whole thing scrubbed down. Got everything I want to tape off taped off, at least well enough. And I'm just gonna lightly all over everything. Put the bolts in, let that set for a minute, then we can paint it. And here's what we're looking at. All painted up. It just got the valve covers on. And the throttle body's just kind of sitting there to cover up holes. But it looks way better. It looks so good. Finally put my belt sander to use. You guys got a belt sander, you got to do this. Oh, that's so nice. No more problems. These old Chevy 350s always deteriorating. Also, put my headers across them. And you can see I've got all these nice and flat now. There's a little spot in the middle of this one, but I'm not worried about that so much. These headers were so bad, and they have been such a problem with exhaust leaks the entire time I've owned them. They're Summit brand ceramic coated smog legal headers, but man, what a pain in the butt. Hopefully that's not an issue anymore. The only other problem I had, because this is drilled out to 46 and the intake manifolds are drilled out to 48 millimeters. The spacer is way too small now, so I've got the spacer set up here, and like I said, 46 and 48 are my numbers on the throttle body and the intake. 1 3/4 is 44. That's all I have. 1 7/8 is like 47.6 millimeters. But if you've got a wobble, that might take care of a millimeter or two even. So I'm hoping I can at least match the 46 mil that's on the throttle body, and then we'll be good to go. So other than drilling this out, after I drill this out, I just got to assemble everything. The headers, you know, the knock sensor, thermostat, all the other stuff that goes on the intake manifold, like that vacuum pipe, and then we'll work on stabbing that guy in there. I'm gonna have to clean all those cobwebs off. Jiminy. This came out so perfect. Not completely perfect, but the center and the fronts are completely smooth with the intake. The back half have like this tiny 16th lip, just like at the deepest point right here and here. Now I gotta do another gasket. So here's something new and cool. If you guys have been following along my channel, Instagram and YouTube, you'll know, you might have seen a video, a real short video about swapping over from the big body starter to these little next generation small body starters. It used to be kind of a, you know, I almost want to say secret. Like only those that know knew, you know what I mean? But what's interesting today is I went to go do this swap, and I had the Duralast Gold big body starter from AutoZone, and this is kind of AutoZone specific, so you know, bear with me. And they'll let you warranty out a product if it's not damaged as long as you're upgrading, right? Like with batteries or starters or alternators or whatever, you feel like you just want the better quality one. So we kind of did it under that premise, right? Upgrading to the newer generation, like I've done, you know, so many, one handful of times before. There's a washer in here. We're missing a nut. Maybe it's in here somewhere else. But back to my story. No, it's missing. Tabernacle. You go and look up a starter for my 94 truck, right? And older, probably up to 96, whatever has this TBI engine. Just keep in mind, it's a TBI engine, factory. They didn't have that Vortex stuff yet for the 5.7. So you go in there and you look for a starter, and all they're listing, at least at the AutoZone here, is the new generation for the next, you know, 350, or I don't know if it works on the LS's or if it was just for those Vortex 5.7s or what. But yeah, anyways, they don't even list the old big body option anymore. That's crazy. I worked there for 6 years, so I know exactly, and I've owned a handful of these cars. I've told dozens and dozens of people about that starter swap, so I know that that wasn't always the case. Somebody who can make these changes realized this is an upgrade everybody's doing. Not only to further prove that they're doing it in the sense of an upgrade, not just kind of two birds, one stone, because that is also what they're doing now. They included the starter bolts, which I did have to get before because the body is shorter. The old starter bolts, it would be about this much too long. These ones will go all the way in. I just haven't put them in all the way yet. So that tells me, and I lined them up, I should have shown you guys, but they are a little bit shorter. And that tells me that they know about this conversion. Either not enough people were buying the old starter, or someone in the know one day just said, hey, we're gonna make this swap and save a lot of money, right? Because now they don't have to contract out to these manufacturers that are making that old body starter anymore. They can, like I said, knock two birds out with one stone. Two engines out with one starter. All right, I wasn't actually quite ready, but now I'm ready. I got the new red motor mount on the back. I had to blow apart the complete suspension, almost. Had to take the lower control arms out and the springs out to get these motor mounts in. I forgot to install these. Had the old shells painted. I painted the old shells, I should say. And then also, because all the plastic ones broke, I ordered up a bunch of these aluminum clips from Summit, drilled a little 1/8" hole, tapped it out with that guy, and these are just like a few bucks for like a package of 6. And these are 3/16. Here's the part number there. It's just a Summit brand brake line kit, and this is for 3/16 brake line. I think I'm just gonna do the one, and even though this is tight now, the brake line still like slides, so it doesn't crimp down on your line. Thinking there's supposed to be one here, here, here. That one's still there. This one's busted. Alright, motor's in. Got the exhaust hooked up on both sides. Starter's in. The engine harness is all laid out, hooked up. Pretty much everything I can think of right now, or most of the stuff. I just got to kind of snap into place. Just want to put the distributor in. I've already got this set to top dead center on compression stroke, yes. And then we can put on the front accessory pieces, and we'll put on the front clip. And then after the front clip, I want to maybe find some steel and just support the front clip temporarily from the top to somewhere over there. You know, the core support, and just run fenderless for a little bit just to get it started. To keep the radiator supported and hooked up and all that. Then after the core support's in and the radiator's hooked up, we can try to find a way to reroute this harness just to lay it in place temporarily so we can get that guy wired up. Let's pull this guy out. I'm gonna set this up so this guy faces number 1. Don't fall off. We got an oil pump still to drop in. Okay. Wiggle, wiggle. And we're pointing a little too far. We need to go too back. I think that's probably closer than being straight ahead. Oh, this one's hard to get to. Right. So I haven't figured out yet how I'm gonna route the belt. I got power steering, pump, alternator, and then it would usually go down here, I think, over to the air conditioner, which is here. Over there, another there. Look at that. It doesn't look bad. Looks pretty cool. So, anything with ribs is going to spin with the crank. Anything that's smooth is going to spin against the crank, which is nothing anymore. So I wonder if I can just do one circle with tensioner. That's smooth. Which, yeah, pushes down. So the tensioner should still work. Just got to find a new belt. We just got to get another idler pulley, another stock one, and get a smaller belt, and then measure for a smaller belt, because I have no idea how much shorter I need to go. So this needs to be way up here. But yeah, almost there. Well, air conditioning would be so nice indoor. I'd love it. But anyway, even though it took all day, got this thing done finally. Brackets, I mean, it's pretty solid. I don't think it's going anywhere. Belt's nice and tight. The tensioner is bottomed out, but just barely, like it barely bottomed out. So I might get something that's just a hair smaller, because this is definitely going to stretch and then it'll be too loose eventually. So But check that out, man. We're clearing the pump. We still got great wrap around the power steering pump. I borrowed the idler from the Suburban, so we got two of the same idlers here. We got all this on. Wiring for the engine and tranny is together. Just got to hook up the shifter and then the drive line, but I think that's going to do it for this video. I got to get a video out to you guys. It's Monday. I'm going to try to edit this tonight, maybe, and even get it out to you tomorrow, Tuesday. We'll see. But I appreciate you guys watching and hanging in there, and supporting and all that good stuff. If you want to support a little more, go ahead and check out that super thanks button. Donate whatever you want to donate. If you just want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. Please like the video, and then you'll get to see more of this stuff. And next, I'll be putting on the front clip, and I got lots of stuff for the front clip. I've got new headlights, I've got all new stuff, so it's going to be completely redone. A whole new facelift. That's going to be it, guys. Appreciate you watching. Have a good one.